2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The NBA on 2K Sports. Well, hey, Dave.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. And they've got a few injuries on their bench. Less options, but you'd think not too big of an impact for them.
2 injuries, one of their stars out, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And for Los Angeles, we've got Reggie Jackson. Batuma's out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Here's Doncic. And he banks in the layup.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleba. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession. Here's Doncic. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. With the tip. On offense, here are the Clippers. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Kawhi Leonard makes dunks look easy. That ball looks like a grapefruit in his hands.
Down low. Jackson against Doncic. And the rejection by Zubac.
Boy, having a hard time making shots. Just 1 for 4 to start this game.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Incredible wingspan, unbelievable hands. The alley-oop is easy.
Doncic looking it over. And Doncic throws it down.
Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Here's Jackson following the score by Dallas. 5 to shoot. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
You know, when you drive the lane, you have to know where Porzingis is, because with his reach, he can sneak up and send that shot away anytime.
It's good on the putback.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a 6th sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Outside Leonard. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. And oh, the block shot grabs it out of the air. Here's the lob to the hoop. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality they got to fill some roles, right? And you know, John Collins is a guy that's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Los Angeles leading by 5. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Outside, George. Now the pass to Oturu. Back to George. Takes it out to Leonard. Fires for three. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Mavericks trail by 5. He lobs it up. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
Now here's Rondo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Morris looking over the floor. Here's Leonard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Richardson. No good with the triple. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Leonard attacking. George, that's a two-pointer. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Doncic outside. Basket good. Doncic has got 6.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
And here's George for 3. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. He notched 8 points in the quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Maxi Kleber. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. Deflects the pass. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Rondo passes to Oturu. Back to Rondo. Inside. Clippers moving the ball around. Here's Mann. That shot off the mark. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Redick surveying the D. Out to the right wing. Brunson the pass to Powell. And it's Powell slamming it down.
Well, that's the incredible leaping ability from Dwight Powell. Just jams it home.
Here's Rondo. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Rondo passes to Mann. Back to Rondo. Second chance shot. Makes it off the glass. Rondo's got 4 points this quarter.
If he's one thing, he's efficient in the paint. Rondo really good with the positioning there close to the basket.
Brunson the pass to Redick. Here's Finney Smith. And contact on the shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Brunson scanning the floor. Redick with the three, bangs home the trifecta. Redick's got the game tied up here for Dallas.
What confidence from the grizzled veteran. Redick is as automatic as it gets from downtown.
Here's Oturu. Guarded by Powell. Passes it to Rondo. Morris against Kleber.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And Dallas with a change here, too. Porzingis is checked in. Redick for three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Paul George will force you to stay balanced defensively because if you have a miscue, he will find the open guy.
Pass to Brunson. Fires from deep. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Clippers in the lead, and now the Clippers on the break. George dishes to Batum, and Maxi Kleber is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Richardson, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Hardaway, no good. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Leonard finds George. Kicks it out to Leonard. Batum with the ball. Guarded by Marjanovic. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Dallas has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Here's Porzingis. It's blocked. Leonard on the wing. Guarded by Doncic. Leonard the pass to Batum. Doncic with the steal. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Anticipating before the play can happen, Luka Doncic gets the break started.
Jackson, that's a two-pointer, and that one released in time, but no good. It's all. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 10 points, 2 assists, and 1. Thanks for joining.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
The Clippers shooting 43% from the field. They've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. Dallas shooting pretty good tonight at 48%.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Dallas calls timeout. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
Here's Doncic. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul called on Los Angeles.
And I think, guys, over time, you would anticipate Luka Doncic becoming more and more of a leader. This guy is so fun to watch from a skill perspective.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Leonard with the ball. 10 points for him. And Maxi Kleber is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Mavericks making a change here. Marjanovic is checked in. And Leonard has it in the corner. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Los Angeles shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Doncic outside. It's good. That's 10 points for Luka Doncic.
Just another way Luka Doncic is such a tough cover. This guy's knack for getting into the painted area and converting both easy shots and contested shots.
Leonard inside, headed by Porzingis. Zubac kicks to George. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots over Doncic. The shot by George, no good. The Mavericks trailing. The drive by Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Well, Luka can get himself into the paint with consistency, and boy, does he make that a high percentage finish.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And here's Doncic. He's got 12. And the rejection by Jackson. And they're able to recover. Here's Porzingis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
You know, and with his height, it is really hard to affect Porzingis' shot without fouling him. He is a problem for defenders.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Stolen by Brunson. Here's Porzingis, the fast break chance. Hardaway trying to free himself up.
Boy, what you really like about Porzingis going end-to-end, he does it under control, right? This guy is 7 feet and masterful in space.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. The Mavericks also with a sub. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis.
How good is Paul George at getting separation? He uses the screen perfectly and sticks it to the defense.
1:56 left in the third, but they get it back. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. That's tipped. Fast break, here we go. Here's Cauley Stein, and the rejection by Zubac. Now the Clippers moving it up. George with the ball. There's the dish to Batum. Zubac the pass to Coffee. Outside Batum. Shoots over Powell. A shot by Batum, no good. Mavericks have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. And Redick kicks to Brunson. Dallas moving the ball around. Cauley Stein against Zubac. Redick for 3. Batum grabs the miss. For Los Angeles, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Jackson in the corner. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Redick dishes to Powell. 29 seconds left in the third. And the dunk by Powell.
You have got to commend Powell on his positioning. I'll tell you, he buries himself deep, and he's going to sky for that slam dunk.
Jackson down low. Powell's there. That one goes in. Jackson's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
High arcing shot, and it's laid in by Brunson.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
Short. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow. It's all tied. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And it's the Mavericks with the ball on the floor for Dallas. Bogdanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Hardaway. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Richardson in at the 2-guard spot. Porzingis finds Hardaway. Doncic is checked in for the Mavericks. Outside, Porzingis. And it's blocked. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles guys shooting reasonably well, 45%. Now Leonard. To take the lead, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi. You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Pass to Porzingis. Here's Doncic. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
There's a burst that allows Luka Doncic to be effective on his drives. You're not going to catch him standing around. This guy is in attack mode.
Morris kicks to Jackson. Leonard looking around. And it's off from 3-point range.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
How about the timing from Hardaway Jr. looking very comfortable taking shots after catching the pass.
Kennard finds Leonard. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Porzingis with the block. One-on-one here. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Here's Jackson. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Richardson. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, the tight handle allows Luka Doncic to make the pretty move off the bounce.
Outside, George. The Mavericks pull it in. Cauley-Stein's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Powell kicks to Doncic. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Leonard, no luck.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Redick for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight. George against Redick. George double team. Rondo passes to Morris. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
My goodness. Guys, you talk about embracing the moment, burying a key shot. Go ahead, Mr. Morris. We see you doing work.
And those are big points here. If they can do the job on D, this game could get close in a hurry.
Here's Doncic, and Doncic throws it down.
I'll tell you this, Luka Doncic will never turn down an opportunity to finish at the rim. He's elite and loves those opportunities.
George looking around. Over in the corner, Zubac. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. Hits it from 3-point range. Redick's got the lead up to 9 now for the Mavs.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. For the Clippers, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Morris. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis is checked in for Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Richardson in for J.J. Redick. And that one's good, George.
Some nights as a defender, you just shake your head because Paul George uses his outstanding reach to get through the defense.
And there's the pass to Hardaway. Over Leonard. Hardaway, no good. Guys, a comeback probably not in the cards at this point.
Yeah, I think you can put a fork in it.
George, no good. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Hardaway with a wide open look. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Outside Leonard. Nice D from Doncic. Misses the shot. And so it's Dallas winning this one. This was... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few.
Hey, Kevin,
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. And for Dallas, Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Marjanovic in at the 4. Hardaway from outside. It doesn't go for him. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
It's McCollum with the drive. And it's Lillard again missing.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Hardaway. Powell pulls it in. And now just over a minute played here in the first. And finished off by Nurkic.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And, boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have...
Oh, my goodness!
Oh, yeah.
What a play!
Luka flying to the rim and putting it on top of the defender's head.
Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Here's Porzingis, up and in on the layup. Porzingis has got 6.
Boy, that is grown man ammonia strength from Porzingis there. How can defenders stop that?
Lillard against Doncic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
Here's Doncic. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
McCollum dishes to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
I mean, call him a combo guard to whatever. McCollum is a scorer first and foremost, and when he puts it on the deck, young fella is going to the hoop.
Porzingis inside. Working on Nurkic, and Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Richardson.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Lillard attacking. Outside Covington. No good on the triple. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. 4-point game. Here's Richardson. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. J.J. Redick's checked in for the Mavericks. Here's Powell. The pass to Simons. And he hammers that one down right in the face of Willie Cauley-Stein.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Here's Simons. Powell pulls it in. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. Dallas again missing. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for the Dallas Mavericks. He notched 8. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Mavericks?
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
Cauley-Stein is out there with Dwight Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Now Brunson, taken away by Anthony. He feeds it to Cantor, and they call the foul. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Simons. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Kicks it out to Jones. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Cantor, the pass to Carmelo. His three-pointers off the mark. Maverick shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Doncic is checked in for Jalen Brunson. The Trailblazers also changing it up. McCollum comes in for Norman Powell, and Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Anthony. McCollum's got the lead up to 2 now for Portland. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Doncic. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Marjanovic comes in for Dwight Powell. And it's Richardson in for J.J. Redick. And a switch here also for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Jones.
Doncic is able to blow by opponents and make them pay. Even though he's not the greatest athlete, he's sneaky quick.
McCollum kicks to Anthony. Pass to Cantor. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Cantor's got 4 this quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Back to Cantor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Banked in off the glass. Lillard's got 6 points.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Here's Marjanovic. And it's Portland with the rebound. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first half. And a wide open look for McCollum. Drills it from outside. And now it's a 3-point Portland lead.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Doncic passes to Richardson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. To the middle. Pass to Marjanovic. That one off the back iron and out.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Good on the bucket. He's got 9.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Doncic against Anthony. It's stolen by Anthony. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D. Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Their field goal percentage was a rope. And that.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. And the Mavericks call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Richardson, he's checked in for Dallas. Doncic comes in for Jalen Brunson. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Portland. Doncic, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Powell, the pass to Anthony. Back to Powell. Shot's good by Anthony. Anthony's got the lead up to 11 now for Portland.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Anthony dishes to McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. Lillard from outside. The shot missing. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Richardson attacking. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Nurkic trying to get open, and the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up. The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
And Doncic, here we go.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Passes it to McCollum. Kicks it out to Lillard. Jacks up a three. The offensive rebound. Mavericks trail by 8. Hardaway with it. Now Anthony defending. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Jones is checked in. And it's Doncic missing. Trailblazers leading by 8. It's Powell on the wing. Portland moving the ball around. Nobody near Lillard. Off target from outside. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's Doncic. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. There's the pass to Powell. He kicks to Jones. Back to Powell. Jones, the pass to Lillard. Outside, Jones. 6 to shoot. The wide open look here for Anthony. Portland again missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. The Trailblazers have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Dallas. Kicks it out to Jones. Lillard dishes to Jones, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein. The Trailblazers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. The first free throw is good.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
That's exactly how you do it. Defender pressing up on you, you press right back.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Marjanovic comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Richardson. Lillard with it. He's got 13. Pass to Jones. Lillard outside. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. Brunson with it. Now Covington defending. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Kicks it out to Jones. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by 6. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. They've got J.J. Redick. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Portland leading by 4. And here's McCollum. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in.
With the shot, again, the Mavericks score.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
And that one drops for him.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Here's Brunson. And Cantor pulls it down. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Jones is running. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. Good on the second free throw. A different look for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And then for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Norman Powell comes in for Derek Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anfernee Simons.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defender.
And Doncic throws it down.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Doncic against Lillard. Dishes to Nurkic. Comes up empty down low. Mavericks trail by 6. Here's Cauley-Stein. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Cauley-Stein's got his first 2 points.
But, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Lillard takes it out to Covington. Back to Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Clock at 4. Covington passes to Lillard. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
Boy, how about the effort and energy that time by Covington. Just worked his way right to the glass and got the follow-up basket.
Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Luka does not back away from the big stage, guys. This young fella loves to be center stage in the biggest moments.
Lillard against Doncic. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Kicks it out to Covington. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Lillard from outside sinks the triple. Lillard's got 12 points in just the second half.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Richardson's checked in.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
Here's McCollum. Doncic with the block.
Yeah, the defense of Doncic looking a lot better. I mean, when he works hard at that end of the floor, he can get up and block some shots, too. Not a lot of them, but he can block a few.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up, pigeon.
And an intentional foul right there. Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Lillard, the pass to Powell. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
Doncic right side. Nurkic with the steal. Now here's Powell. 56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Covington kicks to Powell. Back to Covington. Kicks it out to Lillard. On the clock. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. They get it back. Pass to Lillard. Portland no good that time either.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Now the feed to Cantor. Kicks to Little. There's the triple. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
Anthony looking it over. And so it's Portland winning this one. They came in. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's... soaring high above the Willamette. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Jackson. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. George looking around. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Off the inbound pass. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Damian Lillard.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in LA with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Here's George. Portland making their last shot. Passes to Zubac. Back to George. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now here's Powell. Now McCollum. Nurkic can't hit.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Leonard kicks to Zubac. Outside Batum. Leonard the pass to Zubac. Back to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Powell. And it's Leonard missing.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
McCollum, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great plays. Here's George after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. Zubac no good.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
And a wide open look for McCollum, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's George. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Lillard against George. And Lillard gets it to go.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Outside, George. And he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got 5 now.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Lillard looking around. McCollum outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 8 points for him.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Leonard the pass to Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. It's a 5-point game. Lillard outside. And the 3 off target. Here's Oturu, and he banks in the layup.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
3-pointer, Lillard. C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Portland Trail Blazers. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then it's Jones. And it's Simons in at the 1. They're the group the Portland Trail Blazers will start the second quarter with. McCollum deciding where to go with it. And he drops in the layup off the glass. McCollum's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trail Blazers.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Rondo on top. Inside. Oturu. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
McCollum outside. Jones up top. Kennard covering. And Jones slams it home.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Outside Rondo. Pass to man. Kennard on the wing. 5 on the clock. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Can't let Kennard get this close. Once you do, he's going up with it.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Anthony in the corner. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Here's Mann, and Jones sends it back. But they recover it. Rondo's shot is off. Trailblazers leading by 3. Near the 3-point line, it's McCollum. That one's good from the corner. McCollum's got 4 points this quarter.
Potent with and without the ball. McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Outside Anthony. He feeds it to Kanter. And Kanter throws it down.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Norman Powell's checked in for Portland. Pass to Batum. And here is Zubac. And here's Leonard from 3. And the Clippers miss again.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Anthony taking his time here. Nice move. And the rejection by Zubac. The shot's good from Cantor. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Powell against George. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
The pass to Nurkic. And the rejection by Zubac. And it's George finishing it off.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Lillard against George. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Passes it to Nurkic. And he comes up with the deuce. Nurkic has got 6 points.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
Outside, George. Zubac finds George. Shot clock at 4. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. From the arc. And it's Portland with the rebound. Here's Lillard. Count the basket. And now a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
Major props to Lillard there. Terrific focus to get hit on that shot and still deliver.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. 6 points for him.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm CJ McCollum was on fire in the first half. He had 12 points. And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. We've got Luke Kennard, also Rajon Rondo out there, and it's Oturu in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the Mobile One block.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Clippers trail by 5. Outside, George. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Ooh, the craftiness of PG-13. Awesome job fooling the defender and jumping into the contact.
And so he hits both.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
And Lillard gets to Covington. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Batum finds Jackson. He nails it, and we're tied up.
You love the balance from Reggie Jackson, generating more power in the catch and shoot.
Lillard outside. The feed to Nurkic. Kennard against Lillard. And it's blocked. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. For the lead, here's Batum. Count that one. Batum's got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go around.
A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Little in for Powell. And then for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Little. Offline with his 3. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Leonard, the pass to Oturu. Yep, that one goes. Oturu's got 6 points.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
McCollum against Kennard. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Kanter. Lays it up off the glass. Kanter's got the game tied up here for Portland.
And that's just all muscle there. Kanter is solid at fighting his way through whatever the D throws at him.
And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Clippers making a change here. Patterson's checked in. And here's Kennard. And here's Leonard from 3. Cans it from downtown. He has 7.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Trailblazers have gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter. 50% from the field. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Lillard outside. There's the 3. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Patterson finds Rondo. Left side, Leonard. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And the 3 off target.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Kicks it out to McCollum. They grab their own miss. And Kanter able to finish.
And usually amongst the leaders in the offensive rebound rate, Kanter gives your team found points off misses.
Rondo scanning the floor. Six to shoot. Leonard on the wing. Lays it up and banks it in. Leonard's got 5 points in the quarter.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Lillard outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got 10.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Rondo passes to Leonard. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
So Portland ends up going with the new group.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Leonard. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Covington kicks to Jones.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Covington with the steal. Missed. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Clippers lead by 3. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Portland, we've got Yusuf Nurkic. Derek Jones is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Great hustle by Paul, using his speed in the open court, and then, of course, he's an excellent finisher.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. George passes to Jackson. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Morris passes to George. For the 3. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
With their lead starting to stretch out just a little bit here late, they're in a prime position now to wrap this one up.
Now, that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
You're totally right. That can be a shot in the arm for them, a spark that turns things around.
He gets that one.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Simons, the pass to Nurkic. Here's Simons. Outside, Covington. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Outside, George. Outside for Batum. Over Jones. Back to George. Here's the 3. Batum inside the 3-point line. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Zubac has got the lead up to 8 now for Los Angeles.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And the dunk by Powell.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
George passes to Zubac. Outside for George. But they get it back. Clippers moving the ball around. Outside Jackson. Back to Morris. Fires from deep. Here's Zubac. Outside for Batum. They shoot again. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Zubac the pass to George. Goes up again. And he gets the bucket. George has got 9 points now in the quarter.
So far, George's competitive play has worked well. He's getting just about everything to fall.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Los Angeles leading by 6. Outside, George. 1:07 left in the fourth. Over in the corner, Batum. Back to George. Shot on the wing. Outside for Jackson. On the wing, Morris. Buries it from three-point range. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Nurkic against George. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. From deep. Offensive rebound.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. The city of Dallas, Texas. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on... And a couple of injuries among their reserves. I expect their starters guys will be ready to do whatever's needed.
2 injuries, one of their stars out, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Batum. And it's Zubac in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Dallas, they've got J.J. Redick. Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Hardaway in at the small forward. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. And it's the Mavericks with the ball after the basket by Los Angeles. Redick for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. 3-on-3. Jackson has the open look. It's rebounded by Doncic.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And Redick kicks to Marjanovic. Back to Redick. Outside, Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, Redick more than happy to get off the ball that time and spot the open man.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. George passes to Batum. George against Redick. A nice shot by George.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Fires for 3. Clippers working now with the new shot clock. He kicks it to Leonard. Four on the clock, and the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That's his first foul. Redick against George. Back to Zubac. Outside for Batum. Just 5 to shoot. A miss that time. Would have put him up. And the wide open shot from Redick. They get it back, and Doncic is right there.
And you want more of this from Doncic. He's good at reading shot trajectories. Love his aggressiveness.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Zubac. Back to Jackson. To the paint. Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, good luck getting a shot over the 7-foot, 6-inch tall wingspan of Kristaps Porzingis.
LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Now, here's Doncic. The tray. Rebounded by Jackson.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. Doncic against Rondo. Here's man. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. A different look for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Brunson kicks to Richardson. The 3-ball. But they'll get another chance. Morris with the rebound. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Cauley Stein passes to Richardson. Now Brunson. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Richardson attacking. Powell controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Now here's Rondo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Oturu. Pass to man. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Mavericks leading by 4. Ball's knocked loose. Rondo against Brunson. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers. And the coach's challenge has been triggered here. Coach wants a review of the out-of-bounds violation.
And you know these types of plays, especially when you're talking about action around the sideline, this is something you can get a much better perspective of on replay than real game speed.
We've got the benefit of new camera angles, Greg. Much easier to see exactly what's going on, especially with the fidelity and angles that we've got access to now. So we just got word from the NBA Replay Center via the official courtside administrator. And the original call will stand for the out-of-bounds violation.
You know, and some people might argue, hey, we're stopping the game, but this uses up a timeout, so that's technically already a break that could happen regardless of the call staying the same.
And he can't hit the second.
Yeah, when Rondo gets motivated, and we've seen that now for a good stretch, he's as valuable as it gets.
Here's Brunson. Great D that time from Rondo.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high.
And that does it for the first quarter. The Mavericks on top, up by 4. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back.
This game, it's...
You know this, it takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Yeah, hopefully the opposition can recover, because that first quarter defensively was unbelievable. Just crippling defense.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Marcus Morris is out there with Patrick Patterson. It's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in a shooting guard. Richardson against George. He can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Richardson. Brunson with a clean look. Off target with his three. Clippers trail by 6. Leonard inside. Richardson covering. Here's George. Kicks it out to Leonard. From 12 feet out. Bucket is good. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's...
Yeah, kind of fun when you see his personality come out in his game like that.
And here's Brunson. Kicks it to Richardson. From downtown. The shot that time, not on target. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Knocked loose. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop.
Love the fast hands of Richardson there. Always active on the defensive end, using his length and constantly prowling for steals.
Over in the corner, Batum. Back to George.
That was big, because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Dallas has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
And you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Brunson against Jackson. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there. Yeah, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team, but Kawhi, one guy who can get up there and get it done.
For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Brunson kicks to Cauley Stein, tries from 7. And he can't bank that one in. Here now, the Clippers. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Leonard against Brunson. Leonard, the pass to Zubats. Kicks it out to Leonard. Fires the 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Here's Finney Smith. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Richardson, no luck. 1:04 left in the first half. George dishes to Leonard. Back to George. And Leonard has it in the corner. And it's Leonard again missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
George against Brunson. Zubats. The shot's good on the assist by George. Zubats has got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers. Mavericks shooting 32% overall right now. Not one of their better showings. Beyond the arc. Dallas, no good that time either.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's the pass to Leonard. Outside for Jackson. No one near him. Here's Zubats. Back to Batum. With 4 seconds on the clock. Got a piece of it. But they get it back. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sport. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They only had a couple rough stretches, and that does it for our...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
This is why the best athletes in the world play this game. If he finds a hole, he rips through and throws it down.
We've got Luka Doncic. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Burke, and it's Hardaway in at the 3. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Doncic passes to Hardaway. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Los Angeles leading by 4. Rondo on top. Guarded by Doncic. Kennard, the bounce pass. And he uses the glass on the layup. Kennard's got the first field goal of the second half for the Clippers.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Here's Doncic. And that one's drained from the low block. Doncic has got his second basket of the game.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Rondo looking around. Here's Oturu. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Oturu's got the lead back up to 6 now for the Clippers. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Doncic against Rondo. Hardaway with a wide open look. No good on the triple.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple years, just being a much more efficient scorer. Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Doncic, no good.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switched to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
To the inside. Here's Oturu. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Tim Hardaway Jr. is just a tremendous athlete. He spots a great route to the rim and doesn't settle.
Passes it to Coffey. Outside Rondo. Pass to Coffey. Rondo against Doncic. Here's Coffey. Off target from outside. Mavericks trail by 6. Doncic finds Burke. 3-pointer. The Clippers grab the miss. And they're running. Here's Kennard. And he lays it straight in. Kennard's got 6 points in the quarter. 1:30 left in the third quarter. Doncic outside. Count it.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
Pass to Oturu. Outside Rondo. Now the pass to Oturu. Tipped away. Doncic with the steal. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Trey Burke. Clippers leading by 6. Jackson with it. The dish to Patterson. Puts up a 3. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. No good from outside. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by George. Leonard's got the lead up to 8 now for Los Angeles. George against Doncic. They get the rebound. Up top, Porzingis. It's good from the top of the key. Porzingis has got 6.
Well, that's a patented move, I think, for Porzingis. Excellent with the catch and shoot.
Jackson finds Leonard. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. And the Clippers lead by 9.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
And so it's Los Angeles in control with the... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Batum. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. Porzingis can't hit. Clippers leading by 9. Jackson kicks to Leonard. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
You know, a lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
Passes to Porzingis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on George. Now coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Leonard against Redick. Pass to Brunson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Good on both.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Jackson against Brunson. Now here's Jackson. He's guarded closely. Outside, Batum. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. A different look for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Willie Cauley-Stein comes in for Marjanovic. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. George looking around. Yep, it counts.
Well, you got to have just great ball control when you're making a move like that, and Paul George definitely has the handles.
Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. Back to Brunson. Pass to Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Athleticism on display in that particular play as Cauley Stein has some great mobility and drove in to get those points.
Outside, Batum. The pass to Zubac. Back to Batum. And the layup falls. And the Clippers lead by 9.
That's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Hardaway for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. George has got his 4th rebound in this one. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Leonard with no one around. That 3 off the mark. The Mavericks have gone 104 since the end of the 3rd quarter. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Batum with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's foul number 2 for him. Josh Richardson's checked in for Jalen Brunson. And the Clippers with the change here too. Rondo's checked in. Back to Leonard. Passes it to Zubac. And yes, it's good. Zubac has got the lead up to 11 now for the Clippers. Greg, so many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lores of the game of college basketball. No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Clippers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kawhi Leonard.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
And they get it, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a big that can run the floor, so he can be a weapon in the fast break game.
And stolen by Cauley Stein. Redick surveying the D. Off target from three-point range.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Lets it fly. Patterson passes to Oturu. Rondo with a clean look. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Outside Hardaway. From deep three-point range. That one's not going to go. So the Clippers winning this one easily. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. The bustling city of Portland. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Powell got it from 16 feet. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
And so here is Dallas after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Some nice passing here by Dallas. No coverage that time.
Oh, yeah, high IQ basketball from Richardson. Values the easy assist over a risky shot.
Lillard against Doncic. And here's Covington from the arc. They get it back. Here's McCollum. Lillard the pass to Nurkic. And another shot. And 3 chances on that possession. But they just couldn't find a way to score.
And the cold start gets a little colder. Just 1 for 4 to start the game.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. Richardson the pass to Finney-Smith. And a miss there on the triple. For Portland, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
Lillard scanning the floor. Anthony dishes to Cantor. Good work there as it goes.
Well, that shot, it just shows off Cantor's versatility, proving he can deliver outside the paint.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
Here's Doncic after Enes Kanter's basket. Richardson the pass to Porzingis, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. Doncic against Lillard. Pass to Kanter. And it's out of bounds as the Portland... And here we go. Coach's challenge is being called for here on the out-of-bounds violation.
And you know these types of plays, especially when you're talking about action around the sideline, this is something you can get a much better perspective of on replay than real game speed.
We've got the benefit of new camera angles, Greg. Much easier to see exactly what's going on, especially with the fidelity and angles that we've got access to now. So we just got word from the NBA Replay Center via the official courtside administrator. And the original call will stand for the out-of-bounds violation.
You know, and some people might argue, hey, we're stopping the game, but this uses up a timeout, so that's technically already a break that could happen regardless of the call staying the same.
Now here's Hardaway. Pass to Richardson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Porzingis. Portland grabs the miss.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Credit to D for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
Hardaway for 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
But he doesn't have a clear path to the hoop, so why not? I mean, pull up and bury the 3 in transition.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now, here's Cantor. Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup.
Now, that's the staple of Cantor's game. This guy has a knack for knowing how to come up with offensive boards.
Doncic against Lillard. And stolen by Lillard. Jones in the post. Guarded by Hardaway. Lillard with no one around. And Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got 6.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Hardaway for 3. Lillard with the rebound. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. They trail by 1. Back to Anthony. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Then for the Mavericks, Willie Cauley-Stein. He's checked in for Porzingis. Redick comes in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Here's Cauley-Stein. Portland making their last shot. That's tipped. Pass to Hardaway. Here's Cauley-Stein. Just 5 on the clock. Brunson finds Powell. From deep. Rebound by Nurkic. And there's the pass to McCollum. Covington wide open. He fires. The three-pointer no good. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Portland out in front, leading by a point. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Well, credit the coaching. Some guys wouldn't have made those substitutions in the first quarter. Now it's paying off.
Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then there's Norman Powell. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the 1. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. The shot by Redick, no good. Portland leading. Here's Simons to the middle. And he converts the layup. Simons has got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Trailblazers.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man. Now, you know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a role out on this team.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. Trailblazers leading by 3. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. McCollum passes to Nurkic. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Mavericks have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Now, Brunson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Finney Smith passes to Cauley-Stein. Back to Redick. Lock at 6. Redick can't get that one to fall.
And Simons a bit undersized at that 2-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Finney Smith kicks to Brunson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Kleber finds Redick. Looking for Cauley-Stein. He gets it there. That one goes. Count it.
Oh, man, you better appreciate the unselfishness. When Redick sees an open teammate, as great of a shooter as he is, he's fast at getting him the ball.
Out to the right wing. Simons, the pass to Nurkic. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Nurkic has got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers. Passes it to Redick. Back to Brunson. Redick passes to Brunson. Banked in off the glass. Brunson's got his first points of the game.
Great teammate. You can tell Redick has no issues giving up the ball to his guys.
McCollum outside. Pass to Simons. It's Covington on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Powell dishes to Nurkic, and the shot goes in. Nurkic has got 6 points. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. And the dunk by Doncic.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Lillard against Brunson. Cantor kicks to Lillard. There's 3-pointers off the mark. Mavericks trail by 5. Here's Richardson. Lillard with the rebound. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. Cantor finds Powell. The high post shot, and Portland again with the bucket.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Anthony against Doncic. Teardrop shot. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Lillard attacking. Porzingis with the block.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, no need to rush right here. Let the clock run a little, then execute your offense.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's Doncic missing. And now Portland on the break. Here's Anthony. And a missed layup. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Trailblazers lead by 5. And now let's get... Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Well, he's been an elite scorer for so long in the league. Shaq. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been a clinic so far from Enes Kanter.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Yeah, you must try to match his energy level first and foremost. But right now, he's just out hustling guys to the ball.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. We've got Doncic. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Richardson in at the 2 spot. Powell, no one around him. Unable to get that one. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And at 7-3, Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities. Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Back to McCollum. Covington kicks to Powell. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And Nurkic gets it to go.
And the touch Nurkic has inside. I mean, I love seeing him be aggressive. Look to get his shot from there.
Doncic against Lillard. Doncic trying to get open. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut back down to 5 points in the make for Marjanovic. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Outside, Covington. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. Derek Jones, he's checked in for foul. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Back to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And it's off from three-point range.
He's lucky his teammates have picked up the slack for him. I mean, his shooting has been horrific.
And Doncic throws it down.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Lillard against Doncic. Here's Covington. Kicks it out to Lillard. Shoots the 3. But they recover it. No good that time. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Hardaway passes to Doncic. Again, the Mavericks score.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. McCollum against Richardson. Pass to Lillard. Kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
And Marjanovic with the slam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Greg, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There is no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
are truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game. Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Simons, the pass to Cantor. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Last thing they want to be doing right now is giving away possessions. I mean, turnovers can kill you in this kind of game.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Anthony Simons. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Cauley Stein dishes to Doncic. The pass to Reddick. Portland grabs the miss.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
And Cauley Stein with the basket on the assist by Doncic. Cauley Stein's got the lead up to 5 now for the Mavs. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. It's McCollum with the drive. Here's Cantor. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. And so they foul intentionally. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas. Doncic looking it over. Passes it to Reddick. Now here's Powell. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. McCollum passes to Jones. Nice D from Doncic.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the...
The third quarter comes to a close. Mavericks ahead. They're up by 5. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the floor for Portland, Anthony is out there with Derek Jones. Then there's McCollum. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Powell in at the 2-guard spot. Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. Dallas also making some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Lillard from deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Richardson.
His bad night from the field is only going to get worse if he keeps throwing up shots like that.
And it's good, 2 points. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
McCollum against Richardson. Here's Lillard, back to McCollum, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Use of Nurkic. He's checked in for Portland. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. And Dallas with a change here, too. Porzingis is checked in for Powell. Here's Marjanovic, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the call, Portland the foul, and he knocks down the first one. Dallas making a switch here. Brunson's checked in, so he gets them both.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Lillard finds Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
He creates so much offense. I mean, Lillard puts intense pressure on the defense to react.
Lillard against Brunson. Porzingis passes to Brunson. But they'll get another chance. Here's Marjanovic. And finally they hit one.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
Lillard attacking Covington. Kicks to Nurkic. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Looking to get it going. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Powell. Porzingis with the block. And here's Brunson. They get it again. Here's Marjanovic. That one drops for him. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 13 now for the Mavs.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Lillard attacking. Yep, that one goes in there.
And one of the reasons why they're struggling and trailing right now is they have been reluctant to create any low post offense here in the second half.
J.J. Redick's checked in for the Mavericks. Luka Doncic comes in for Jalen Brunson.
What you love about Lillard is his drive. He wants to keep improving. He's a super competitive player.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
That free throw good from Doncic. All free throws good from Doncic. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Lillard, right side, makes it off the glass. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Or you can't give any lane to the basket. Once Lillard sees it, he jumps all over you.
Back to Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
He's playing lights out right now. I mean, inspired basketball in the second half.
It's Covington on the wing. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 4 assists in the game. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Redick for 3. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And they go to the intentional foul. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Trailblazers trail by 9. Lillard with it. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. He kicks to Nurkic. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Jacks up a 3. That one no good. And it's Portland the other way. There's the lob to Lillard. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Doncic against Lillard. Doncic dishes to Cauley-Stein. So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8.
When you think of Cauley-Stein, the word length comes to mind. A huge target on offense and a tenacious shot blocker and rebounder on the defensive end.
Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Lillard attacking. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. 43 seconds left in the game. Now the dish to McCollum. Down low, out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. So Portland ends up going with the new group. 36 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And the pass to Redick. Launches a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. And the Mavericks lead by 12.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this one.
It's good on the putback.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass for the tip-in.
Now, here's Doncic. Passes to Redick. Launches it. Offensive rebound. Out to Doncic. Porzingis. It's blocked. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then there's Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. Jackson against Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Jackson drives in, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Back to Nurkic. Passes it to Powell. Leonard with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
George passes to Zubac. Jackson against Lillard. Jackson kicks to Zubac. Outside for Jackson. 6 to shoot. Leonard attacking. And Portland with the ball. Portland moving the ball around. Pass to Covington. And there's the pass to Nurkic. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
Lillard outside. And the layup's good off the glass.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Here's George. From 16 feet away, he cans it.
A reliable jump shooter. Paul George's accuracy only goes up when he catches in rhythm.
McCollum outside. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
George dishes to Jackson. Back to George. Outside Jackson. The shot's good on the assist by George. Jackson's got 5.
Looking at Reggie's motion, it's a little bit of a push shot, but able to get it to go.
And here's Covington from the arc. It's hauled in by George. Los Angeles leading by 3. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Makes it off the glass.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
And here is Powell. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Here's Covington. Back to Nurkic. It's hauled in by the Clippers. George with the ball. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul. So both teams making some changes here. Trailblazers trail by 5. Lillard, right side. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Rondo passes to George. It's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. He has 7.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Lillard outside. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Lillard's got 9.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
At the end of one, a clip.
How many fans do I got for the love of the culture?
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Portland, they've got Enes Kanter. Jones is out there with Anthony. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Simons in at the 2 spot. Anthony down low, covered by Morris.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Pass to Morris. Pass to Oturu. Back to Morris. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Trailing by 5. It's Jones on the wing. Out to Anthony. 5 on the clock. Trying to find... Oh, that was something else.
That was nasty. And that's just all muscle there. Kanter is solid at fighting his way through whatever the D throws at him.
Rondo dishes to Morris. Lets the 3 fly. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
The defense decides to gamble off him, and he cashes in.
Lillard scanning the floor. Kicks it to Kanter. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Jones. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Lillard. Outside Rondo. Inside Patterson. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Patterson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers. McCollum outside. Pass to Simons. Kicks it out to McCollum. There's the pass to Simons. Just 2 to shoot. No good on that one. Great D that time from Rondo. Clippers leading by 8. Shot from the wing. And Jones pulls it down.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
Potent with and without the ball. McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Patterson. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And now we've got the intentional foul. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubats is checked in for Patterson. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. And it's Powell in for Anthony Simons.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
George against McCollum. Covington in the corner. Feeds it to Nurkic. Count that bucket. Nurkic has got his first points in this one.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skill is probably better utilized inside.
And the shot is good.
Shooting much better this quarter than last. You can see his confidence growing.
43 seconds left here in the second. Powell, no one around him, misses the three. Clippers leading by 7 to the inside. Outside for Batum, just his first attempt. Leonard, and Leonard stays with it. Leonard's got 8 points.
Oh, he's heating up here now in the second quarter. Watch out.
The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Anthony against Batum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
84%. That's what he was able to convert on a season ago from the line. And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Jackson passes to Zubats. Outside for Jackson. And here's George for 3. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers heading to the bench with a 7-point.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The period came to a close with them. And that'll do.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
They've got Paul George. Ivica Zubats is out there with Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Trailblazers trail by 9. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. 7 points for C.J. McCollum. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting. You know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the 2 of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. So we saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Here's Leonard. He doesn't hit that one. Good D by Covington.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
George looking around. Pass to Zubats. And here's Leonard. It's deflected. They retain possession. And there it is for him. Here's Lillard. 9 points in the game so far. Lillard throws it down.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
Jackson against Lillard. Jackson passes to Zubac. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Zubac has got 4 points this quarter.
Not just swinging the ball around the perimeter. Aggressive move inside.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
It's a tight contest. Those type of plays can fire up your team and swing momentum.
Zubac finds Jackson. Kicks it out to Leonard. Zubac in the post. Working on Nurkic. Leonard attacking. Count it. Number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
Driving with a purpose. Leonard shakes off the hit, maintains focus, counting.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And then for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Jones comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. And then Jones with the jam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's Rondo, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And some hang time on the rim puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
Rondo is so tricky, consistently looking to take advantage of the defense being too physical with him.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Simons. 46 seconds left in the 3rd. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
But not every point guard can give you that, the ability to finish with that level of authority.
Outside for Rondo. Passes to Morris. Just 4 to shoot. Fires from 18. Portland grabs the miss.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Anthony. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Anthony's got 6.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo. Overpowering the D and still finishes.
Now Rondo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Clippers lead by 1. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the floor for Portland, Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Derek Jones. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point guard position.
And usually amongst the leaders in the offensive rebound rate, Kanter gives your team found points off misses.
Now, here is Morris. Dishes to Jackson. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Derek Jones. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Here's McCollum. He kicks it to Powell. Good on the three-point shot. Powell's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Here's Leonard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Kawhi was drafted 15th overall in 2011. If they had a redraft, I wonder what number he would go down.
Outside, Covington. Kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Covington. Pass to McCollum. And he lays it straight in. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
George against McCollum. Now the pass to Oturu. Over McCollum. And the basket by Oturu.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
Here's Lillard. Again, the Trailblazers score.
And how about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
And George kicks to Jackson. Basket counts. Jackson's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
This is what the team needs from Jackson. Leadership when the game heats up.
And so they foul intentionally. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. McCollum against George. Lillard left side. Just 5 to shoot. Outside, Covington. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And an intentional foul right there. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Panthers checked in. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Rondo. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Outside, George. The shot from the low post is good.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Lillard. Gets number 9 to fall. He's only taken 10 shots.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're behind by 2. 1:02 left here in the fourth quarter. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. This is still a close game, and he told his guys, we're not far away. We can still get this one. If we seize the moment, we can walk away with the win. Guys?
36 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Right side, George. Count it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
So it's Portland now. It's Jones on the wing. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And, you know, Kenner can dominate on the court, but his real passion may be pro wrestling. He even held a pro title belt for a little while. He's a big, strong fella. I know I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
You know, no one produces like Paul George does. He elevates your team's abilities in any situation.
It's off. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.